Hello, and welcome to Friday with Fiona, and Happy New Year. It's the 2nd of January, and today I am doing a Purpleicious class, free class to go. So let me turn you down, and I'm using the perennial lavender. And it's in the annual catalogue, and it's been around for a couple of years. It came out first, I think, in the spring catalogue in must be 2024. So yeah, beautiful, some beautiful colours and lots of colours in it. So you've got Berry Burst, Blackberry Bliss, Fresh Freesia, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather. Orchid Oasis was our in colour, which left in 2024. Yeah, so I've got stuff ready to show you. I need an ink, just realised. I need Pretty Peacock ink, so I'll just pop that there. Also, just wanted to let you know that the Spring Summer catalogue goes on sale next Tuesday, the 6th, and to coordinate with that, Stampin' Up are introducing bonus days again. So for every £45 you spend from the 6th of January to the 2nd of February, you'll earn a £4.50 coupon, and then you can spend the coupons from the 3rd to the 28th of February. So yeah, some great stuff. Okay, I've said Happy New Year. Let's do some crafting. So this one is using Highland Heather. And let me just make sure I've got my measurements and everything here. So I've just cut a card base in Highland Heather, which is 10.5 by 14.8. And that's going to be our base, but it's just a single bit of card. It doesn't open. And then, because we want to show off the designer series paper, then I've cut this piece, which is beautiful, to 20 centimetres by 14.3, and I've scored it in half at 10 centimetres, and that is going to be glued straight on to our base. So I'm going to use Seal Plus just to make sure it doesn't come off, and I'm going to do the back. Just going to give it a really good, make sure my crease is done well. Now, seal is quite expensive, so a little bit goes a long way with seal. I just want to make sure. Did that go on over there? Don't think it did. Oh, it did. Yeah, had a little bit in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up. And I should, because this is 14.8 by 10.5, so half a centimetre smaller on both side and top and bottom. I should have a bit of a frame. There we go. So I've got a little frame of the Highland Heather, and then when we open the card, we see the inside. So you're getting to see both sides, and this is crumb cake. Then I've cut a piece of Gorgeous Grape, which I absolutely love, and this measures 8 by 12, and I'm going to put a piece of basic white, which is 7.5 by 11.5. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and that's going to be for your message and my sentiment probably. And the stamp set that I'm using is Simply Said, and it's just basically a series of sentiment stamps, so really keeping it quite plain and simple. Starting next week, I'm going to be doing a series on birthday cards, and I will be launching my birthday club as well, so watch out for that. And I'm going to just pop that in there so we can see the designer series paper. Not sure that's straight. That's better. Okay, and then I've punched, this is from a different piece of the designer series paper. It's got some flowers on that side, but on the back it's Pretty Peacock. So I've used the modern oval, and that's just going to go on the front. Strip there. And I've cut an everyday arch, which is going to go across the sink there. So I need some sentiments, so let's get my Simply Said. Now, I've got a happy birthday out already, but I'm not sure that's going to fit on there, actually. that's for a different card. So I'm thinking either just a note, maybe birthday wishes will fit on there. This is from the Everyday Arches, and it's the smallest one. Yep, I'm thinking birthday wishes will fit on there. And then we can stamp happy birthday inside. Or let's celebrate even, maybe. So I just really wanted to show the versatility and how easy and quick it is to do some cards with just the designer series paper. I know I've got a couple of die cuts, well, one punched and one die cut on here. There we go. So that's going to lighten a little bit. That's going to go there. Just going to quickly clean that. And we'll put let's celebrate inside, I think. And I'll do the birthday on a different one. Birthday wishes, let's celebrate. I'm going to put that in the inside. Lovely. Okay, close my ink so I don't stick my fingers everywhere in it, as has been known. For some reason I kept getting my thumb in it before Christmas. And I'm just going to pop that on with some Seal Plus again. And I'm going to do that to the end because it's got a flat edge. I've just noticed I have got a bit of ink there. Now, the gems that I want to use, and I did check before I came on, the purple shimmer gems, they are still available. But the bow I'm going to use is on the last chance list, and this is the Petunia Pop, which came out with the Halloween. So I'm just going to do a quick bow, and then we'll pop some gems on, and then that'll be our first card done. I don't want it too big. Okay. It's lovely and soft, this ribbon, really lovely. So I want some glue dots for that. Let's do a couple. And that's going to go to the edge there. Right, then we want to put some of the purple gems just to finish it off. So it doesn't actually say what colours they are. Well, it probably does on the website. I think that's Berry Burst, Highland, yeah, I think that's Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. So, I don't know, let's go for Gorgeous Grape. I'm going to put one, and I want a little one. Two there, and then I'm going to put a little one where I've got my ink smudge, just there. There you go, that's card number one. So you can see how, obviously I'd already done the die cutting and the punching and cut my designer series paper up, but it really didn't take long, did it, to do. So I've lost my envelope now. There it is. Pop that in there. So you can get the kit from me for £25, including postage, but I can't send you the stamped images, which is only the sentiments. You can use what you've got. Or if you spend £30 in my online store, I will send you the kit for free, including post and packaging. So this is the second one. And I'm going to use, this one I'm going to do, I'm not going to do Happy Birthday. I'm going to put this away because I don't want to lose it. I think the next one is going to be just a note. I treated myself to a new chamois, new year, new chamois, new plate on my cut and emboss machine because I was going to change it last year and I kept going with it. So I decided it really was time to change. Okay, so I'm just going to go through what I've got here. I've got some extra crease marks because I've made some mistakes, so I want you to learn by my mistakes. So I have, let me just get my measurements. So this is 28 centimetres long by 10.5, and I've scored at 3 centimetres and 14 centimetres to get this bit. And then I've got a designer series paper just in the purple, well, in the Highland Heather, and that is 10 by 10.5. And I'm just going to pop that. I've lost my, there it is. Could do either side actually. That's quite nice. Or shall we go? No, I'm going to go with this one actually. So I'm just going to pop some Seal Plus on. Okay, there we go. Hopefully this will cover up my mistakes with the scoring. Yeah, that's pretty. And then I've got a strip here which is 2.5 centimetres in width by 10, and I just embossed it. You could use any embossing folder. I've used the Peaceful Greenery, which is on last chance list, and I'm just going to lay that on there. I will use it. I think I might have to use wet glue actually because of the embossing, the Seal Plus won't get picked up. So I'm just going to use a little bit of wet glue. Oh, it's a new one, so it's coming out a bit fast. All new for the new year. Okay. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put this on. I'm going to lay this flat and pop this on. I'm doing it close up to the score line, if I can get it straight. And there we go. There's a little bit of glue just coming through, but I'll get that off in a minute. Now, what I could do is just, oh, that's come away. Let's put that down properly. I could just tie a bit of ribbon round, but I want to make sure that it stays down. So this is going to get glued down in a second. So I'm just going to take my stapler and I'm going to staple. And it won't show because it's going to be under the flap. And then this side, but do it quite close to the edge because you don't want it to stop your basic white getting in there. Okay. Yeah, so they're all covered up. So I'm just going to pop some Seal Plus on here and glue that down. And now you can't see the staples. Well, you can at the back, but you could cover that up with some more designer series paper if you wanted. So now I've got this pouch, and I should have a piece of basic white, which I haven't. I've got these two because I wasn't sure. Now this is going to come down from here. Now I wasn't sure which one was going to best fit my sentiment. So let's just get this Let's Celebrate out of the way. Let's celebrate. And I think I'm going to do just a note. So let's see which one it will fit on. It will fit on that one. And it will fit on that one. I think we'll go with, oh, I can't decide. Do I want to go with the big, I tell you what, I'll stamp them both, then we'll make a decision. How about that? And I'm going to stamp again in Pretty Peacock because you've got some Pretty Peacock there in the paper. So I'm just trying to kind of bring it out a bit. Okay. Just a note. There we go. And let's do it on the little one and we can make a decision. one. That one. Okay, so I'm going to pop the ribbon round and I'm going to do it on the join here. And I'm actually going to glue it down. And then I will put the bow on separately. Okay, that's going to go around and around and finish there. And we're just going to... Oh! My scissors wouldn't cut for some reason. The chain got, the charm got in the way. And I'm just going to pop that over the top. So I'm going with the little one. Actually, I'm going to use dimensionals just simply for the reason that it's going onto ribbon. So 1, 2, and 3. How are we doing for time? I can't see how long we've been. So I'm going to cover that join just there. There we go. And then I'm going to do a little bow to go at the side. So I can use that other one that I did for another card. So this is reduced on the last chance list. So it's a great time to get some. Wait till Tuesday when the bonus coupons start. And glue dots. So yeah, we had snow. We woke up to snow this morning. Absolutely amazed. I mean, it's still lying, so it shows how cold it is. It wasn't very thick, but you know, enough. And thank goodness I didn't have to go out because the car would have really had to have been scraped. Okay, so that's that. Now I need my piece of basic white, which I thought I had ready, but I think I've used for something else, unless that's sitting there. My basic white needs to be... Oh, I hadn't measured it, so let's get my tape because of where the staples are. So it's going to be from about there. So 9. I think I might do 8.5. Yeah, I'm going to do 8.5 by 12.5. So that's too small. That's going to mark it with the pencil on the 12.5. So 8.5 by 12.5. Just marked it with a pencil. Keep that for a sentiment. By 8.5. And that should pop in there, which it does. So you can put another message, you can handwrite your message, or you can stamp a sentiment. And I'm just going to use one of these mini punches, which I can't remember what they're called. And I'm just going to put a little punch here. And pop some more ribbon through. Glue dot again. Pop that there. Whoops, daisy. These scissors are alive today. Let's get that down there. That might be too long. cut that there. Oh, need another glue dot. Okay, that's that. And some twine. Just going to wrap some twine around, if I can find it. There we go. And I want to straighten it, so I'm just going to use my bone folder. See how straight that came? So let's tie this. This is probably the most complicated part of the card. Oh, I'm all fingers and thumbs today. I don't know why. Get it right down there. And I'm not even going to attempt a bow. I'm just going to tie another knot and then cut it. And then you can pop that into your card. Whoops, straight down. Lovely. Oh, I haven't put the gems on. Okay, so this time I'm going to use Highland Heather, because well, I could use the, that's not stuck down for some reason. I'm going to pop a bit of wet glue on it. I think it's where I did the wrong score line. It's just affecting it. So let's get that stuck down. Oh, too much glue. Yuck. Let's get a silicone mat. Okay, so got glue all over my hands now. Yeah, let's do those ones. I'm putting it on the crumb cake so that it's visible. 2, 3. There you go, that's card 2. Really love that. Love the contrast with the petunia pop and the pretty peacock and the embossing. Really, really like that. Okay, I'm going to put this in upside down because the glue is still wet there, and I can use my glue eraser later. Okay, and then this is the one I'm really looking forward to. So it's crumb cakes. I know this is a Purpleicious class, and I will be sending them to a friend who loves purple. I'm just trying to get the glue off my fingers. Right, so we've got a crumb cake base, but we have still got purple in the designer series paper. So this one is using a lot of the designer series paper because we want to use it up. So this piece of crumb cake is 21 centimetres long by 14.8 high, and then I've scored it at 3 and 13.5, and then I've got a gatefold. Right, so now I'm going to pop my designer series paper on. So that's going on the inside and that's going on the outside. So yeah, I'm just going to use my Seal Plus. Okay. There, and then that bit is going on the outside. So you've got the crumb cake plaid pattern. So when you either buy the kit or get it for free, you get a full tutorial with pictures and full measurements. So if you don't have these papers, you can do it with whatever papers you have got. Okay, so that's the front, and then I'm going to go on the inside, and then we're reversing it. Go. Put that on the inside. Here we go. And then that bit's going to go on there. Oh, don't tell me it's finished. Come on, let's just get enough out of it for this. Please. Okay. Right, then on the inside, we're just going to have a piece of basic white for our sentiment. And our message. And this is, I think I might need to measure it actually. Not quite straight either, but never mind. 8.5 by 12.5. Yeah, okay. So that's my gatefold card, and then I've taken the textured notes dies and I've cut a piece in crumb cake, and that is going to lie across like so. I've also cut a piece of the designer series paper to go in the middle. Now I thought it would be too much if it was the flower, so I've done the plaid. You can still see the flower underneath on the front bit here. Okay, let's move that out of the way. And then this is 6 by, I think it's, yeah, 6 by 10 to go inside the textured notes rectangle. And I'm going to pop that on with dimensionals. And then I've also cut the smallest rectangle from the sentiment, and that's what I was going to use the happy birthday for. So let's get that. And I'm going to do it in, I've lost my stamp set, Pretty Peacock again. So again, there's Pretty Peacock in there. So just a note. You're annoying me, birthday wishes. You're not staying. You need a clean, don't you? Let's give you a quick clean on the chamois. And get the happy birthday out. And I hope I can do this straight. Yay, not too bad. And I've deliberately left a bit either side rather than trimming it down so that I can put some gems on there. Okay, so I need my dimensionals again. I'm going to use the, I'm not using those because they're my ribbon scissors. Let's get some, cut some of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Oops. That can go in the middle. And then I'm going to do a longer bit for the sides. These are great, these ends of the dimensionals. Oops, stick that back down. Oh, look. Oh, look. Yep, I managed to get ink on me. Okay, so I'm going to do from there up to there. Let's just wipe that ink off my finger. I don't know how to do it. I need to watch the video back and see how I did it. Okay. Put that bit down there. That bit down there. Okay, so it saves me having to peel off loads of backings. Last but not least, a bit in the middle. Okay, bring my card over. Oh, you know what? I don't want that bit. Where's my dimensional backing on? Here it is. See if I can pull it off. No. Okay, so I can go as far over as that. Just turn that round and turn that round. Okay, now I can go up to there. We go. And then I've got my happy birthday to go across the middle. Maybe lower down. I was going to use dimensionals, but I've already used dimensionals, so we don't want it to be too high up. So I'm just going to put the glue along here. And then we'll pop a bow on and some gems. Happy birthday. Some gems. We'll do the Highland Heather. Two. So it's, for some reason it has to be an odd number, so if I need to do 5, I think, because otherwise I'm going to have just 1, 2, and let's do a triangle, 3, and then I want some ribbon, and this time I'm going to do quite a big bow, a floppy bow. Hopefully that ink's dried and not go on there. There we go. Hot. And that can go. Oh, it's going to go down. I need to move that up really, but it's going to go below because it wouldn't look right above. So, and there you go. Let's just get the other cards to show you. Get the ribbon and the gems and everything out the way. So card number 1 was this one, birthday wishes, and then you get to see the inside of the designer series paper, and it does still stand up, no problem. Card number 2 was this one, where you're going to pull out your message, and you've got some, you could, before I put the designer series paper on, I could have stapled down here as well, and in fact I think that's probably what I will go with next time. So just to stop it, because you can see it keeps coming through, which it's not supposed to. So that's card 2, and then this one was card 3. And it's really showing off the designer series paper. And we're just saying happy birthday there. So I hope you like those. Don't forget, if you'd like the kit to make these, it's £25 including post and packaging. Just message me and I'll send you a PayPal invoice. If you spend £30 in my online store, and the link will be posted in the comments below, then you'll get it for free. Okay, so next week I'm starting my birthday series. It goes, January is 5 weeks long, so we've done today, and then the next 4 weeks will be birthday cards using different bundles, papers, all sorts. And I'm also going to be starting a birthday club, which means you will get a birthday card, a handmade birthday card from me, and a discount voucher in the month of your birthday. So watch out for more news of that. But thanks for joining me. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye.